All right, so welcome to a Blocky situation
Hello. I'm in a
version two.
situation.
You gotta stop talking over me.
Okay.
So you gotta stop crying as well.
Okay, I'll stop. All right, I'm good. I'm good. I got it all out. I got it all out of me. We're
We're
good.
good. We're good.
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 We're
I
good.
have so much. As soon as you ever notice, whenever you start a stream, sometimes you just a wave of adrenaline hits you.
Oh, absolutely. You hit the start button and you're like, "Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Markiplier back at it again here at Five Nights at Fred." You know what I mean? You just kind of go.
Yeah. So welcome to a Blocky situation where we're gonna be playing Minecraft Survival together for 90 minutes, Yoshinom. It was an hour last time we did this. I figured, let's. I got a lot of questions here. I think we're gonna need to bump it up by 30. Spend more time together.
Oh yeah, yeah. Both you and the government have a lot of questions for me. I'm sure.
I did not kidnap him. No, I did not do that, Jaffe Bun. So
I
yeah.
can't feel my legs.
Well, that's just. Anyways, how's the view? What are your thoughts in this little area here?
It's kind of a remarkable view. My view distance is very little, so now I realize that the Earth is flat. I never really thought I would say that, but
What's your view distance at? Like 5?
I don't know. It's just like like I didn't realize that the world just kind of goes, and then it's just like a flat. It's like flat where
Oh
I'm.
yeah, I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about.
It's more
Um,
than flat. It's a disc.
yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of those. Yeah, it's like you into music like
Oh
vinyl.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, love those vinyls.
If you can imagine like the shape of vinyl, that's kind of what we're going for here. Like that's
Okay.
what we're on. Like very large but very flat.
I want to go to the donut hole.
Plenty of plenty of donut holes as we progress here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
All right. So remember, leaps of faith tend to favor those with long wet legs.
You know, I saw this when I came in here, and I've been thinking about it. I've been really thinking about it, and really thinking about what the hell does that even mean?
Uh, Honestly, I don't know. So I downloaded this map because I was like doing this last second, and it's just here.
It's just here.
No, I don't. I was like, because I was like, I have like 8 hours until we do this. I don't have like anything. Um,
Uh-huh.
I don't even have the credits to this map. I'm sorry.
That is a-okay. I'm the mystery of this metaphor will have to be lost to time.
I think it's inspirational though.
It inspires me to read less books, if anything. I give up.
Okay. So we're gonna progress, uh, through
Okay.
the
All right.
door. So this all the oak bits is part of the original map. As you can see, I made an attempt to do some
No.
expansions. I just
Okay.
didn't. I ran out of time.
It nice and cozy. I see you have like the dining room, a lovely library, and then there's so much room for activities here in the living room. I love your open floor plan. The lack of a television, really, incentivizes
Do you read books? Have you? When was
unmodernity.
the last time you read a book?
Honestly, not that long ago.
Oh,
It
what
was
would you
like a
read?
year ago. I'm a little embarrassed to say.
It's okay.
I like reading Star Wars books a lot. I don't know. There's too many Star Wars books out there. I got to read all of them. You know that is.
There's a lot of content.
There is a
Are
lot.
you talking comic books or actual full on,
Oh, actually, full-on
novels?
novels. Full-on
Nice.
novels. Sometimes the comics, but mostly just the full-on novels.
I know Star Wars is a big part of your life, just in general.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I try to downplay it, but it becomes very obvious at times. You know how it is. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know. So as you can see, the map creator here, they had some chests. Doesn't seem to be anything in them.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to just
Ooh.
explore around, walk around a little bit.
Big fan of Donkey Kong here. That's a
Yeah,
classic.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Love the clacky table. Enchant room. It looks like you got some kind of like armor room.
Yeah, little thing, something on display.
This looks like someone's like starter house that they made in survival on their like phone. I mean that
Pocket edition.
In the nicest way possible.
Look at that duck. Look at that duck.
You know, a little nice. You know, just
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, it's beautiful.
It is.
Well, to start this whole thing, I forgot where I put it, but there's like a switch somewhere that we gotta find. You gotta sphere to flip the switch. What are you trying to do? What's going on here? Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So I want you to go back out here, and I just want you to take a look around and see if you can find an area of interest.
Area of interest.
Something we might be able to get to. That's nearby. Close. Like really just presenting itself. Then maybe we need to get somewhere.
Okay. Can I blow up this sign? Can I blow it? Can we break it? Can we do something? I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle it anymore, man. I keep thinking about this. Why do you think I was staring at the wall in there? Like, what does long legs mean? Is it preparation? I don't get it anymore.
Yeah, stop freaking out. First off, all right, it's gonna be okay. But look around, look for any areas of interest.
I got it out of my system. Okay,
okay.
I can't go that way. I noticed there's a stone here.
Okay.
Okay.
Look up, look down, look up. Any areas of interest that you know.
I mean, there is a giant tower which I noticed we couldn't get into from the inside. So.
Oh, are you sure? Go back in there.
Okay.
Fucking idiot.
Well, if there was a way to get in there, it'd be. What the hell? Was this always here?
I mean, I think so. I mean, it looks like there's a lower section as well. But
it goes nowhere, and now we're stuck. It goes nowhere, and now we're stuck. Oh no! Oh god! I really needed the long legs. It wasn't a metaphor. It was real. It was real. No.
It seems the hole there must have been a hole that went down further, but it looks like it got filled in with bedrock.
Oh, you know, just simple things that happen. Get me out! God, give me the long legs. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, let's go.
You got the bad ending. Sorry, we have to end this whole thing.
The bad ending. Oh god. I can't believe I got the bad ending on the interview and I didn't even say a slur.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I've been watching too many interviews. Anyway.
You remember preparing?
Preparing?
Preparing for this?
Do I remember preparing? Oh yeah, I stood in the mirror. I talked to myself for like 20 minutes.
Have you been watching interviews? Like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to act.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I watched Conan O'Brien interview Harrison Ford. That was funny. You know what I mean?
You watching the podcast?
Yeah, watching the podcast, Conan O'Brien.
Man, this is tall.
There is. Hello, clouds.
I wouldn't fall off if I were you.
Is that a challenge? Okay, wait, no. Ah! I win! Okay, I'll come back up.
Alright, well that's one death.
There you go. How many deaths do your interviewers usually go through?
Actually it's the first one. No one is, other than like the pre Ender Dragon fight, none of my guests have died yet. Until now.
Now I am the first. I am making Alex Newcomb history.
No, Chad. Jaffe, that was not a murder. That was he fell.
That was a challenge that I won.
Did he fall? It's a fall joke.
It was a fall joke.
No, I bet you won't jump off this.
Damn. God.
Damn it.
Twice. Oh,
There you go.
thank you.
I'm not
In the
making-
lead.
Nobody witnessed anything. All right, so this
You might want to pick up your pace. I'm at 2. You're at 0. You're already losing this interview, but yeah. Tell me about this switch.
I don't know. I didn't make it.
You didn't make this.
No. Well, that's a lie. I didn't make the switch, but I didn't make the sign.
Oh.
Crafted it with my bare hands. Hold on. Get rid of run a command here. Oh god. Okay. Function blocky start. Okay. Oh my god, he did something.
What? Huh? 3, 2, 1. 1 what?
Our 90 minutes starts now.
Oh. Oh, so now this is the interview.
Now this is the interview. And to start this off, I have one very, very important question for you.
Yes.
Just extremely.
Okay.
So to start this off, where'd you go? Oh, you're already running away. So, this is a two-parter. Basically, how's your day going?
Going great.
And do you wipe sitting or standing?
Standing. Wait, no, sitting. Wait, no, what was the question?
Do you wipe after
Wipe.
you've wipe
Wipe.
like after you've used the bathroom?
Oh,
Number
you
2.
Okay, it's got to be it's got to be sitting. Like you got to have, when you're in deployment mode, that is the optimal
Now front
time.
to back or back to front?
It alternates depending on my mood.
It's not the first time I've gotten an answer like that.
That's just the way it should be. Am I winning yet?
All right. You might did it side to side.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Yuma. That sounds like something Yuma would do. That adds up. That adds up, honestly.
Remember, we're fighting the Ender Dragon in 88 minutes, and I haven't seen you craft on one of your streams in a while.
I can craft. In fact, I'm even making a tree right now. I'm doing the opposite of making a tree.
I was like, you're definitely you're definitely deforesting that tree.
I am deforesting. I'm having a grand time. I have the record for the fastest death on a Blocky situation.
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel good.
You feel good? You feel good? What's my FOV at 90? Perfect. I can't stream without a 90 FOV. I've gotten very.
Same. Big same.
If a game's not 90, I'm just sorry. You're not getting my advertisement out of it. I wouldn't fall down here as well. There's a bit of water, but be careful.
What was that?
Well, you were careful. Good on you. Oh shit! There's a spider.
There are many things out of
Yeah.
game, and they're all after us.
So, to start this off, what do you want to talk about?
Alex Newcomb, I was thinking about interviewing you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're interviewing you now. I know you had a bunch of questions ready for
You
me.
said the same thing. You're very unoriginal.
That's okay. I have lawyers. Doesn't matter if I'm unoriginal. If I have the lawyers to back it up afterwards. That's all that matters.
All right, so you're interviewing me. What's the first question you have?
Do you wipe sitting or standing?
No, so I'm more of a squatting type of person.
Okay,
And I gotta have to. Yeah, I squat, personally.
A large portion of the world does,
I use a bidet.
People swear by it.
To answer the follow-up question.
You're a bidet.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's luxury, some might say.
That is luxury, ritzy, and I'm honestly impressed. I had the wrong opinion about you.
I just love feeling water, on my butthole.
Yeah, no, honestly, if I could have more water on my butthole daily, I think I would be a happier man for it.
Well, I'm actually starting a new service.
Really?
Yeah, and we're hiring.
What's your service?
Basically, I just made 2 pickaxes. We provide water
Okay.
4 bidets.
Okay.
It's like we use our human saliva as like the. Okay, we're gonna move on.
I'm sorry. Was it? No. Hold on a second. I'm not gonna let this go because I'm also an interviewer. Were you about to recommend that we lick people's assholes?
I was thinking more spit, but I guess if you want to go that route, you weirdo.
Okay. You know, I needed your word. I needed you to finish that thought. It was very important to me. So thank you. I appreciate it.
By the way, Nia, thanks for following during mid conversation there. I think you joined at the.
Opportune time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyways.
All right. I'll let you continue.
All right. So enough about me. You are a Twitch streamer. Content. Well, I wouldn't say you're a content creator.
I have created a content. I am content with my content. Yes.
Very content with your content. Are you? When did you first get access to the internet?
I probably got first access to the internet, I want to say, when I was around maybe like 8 or something like that. I really like very, very simple stuff. Way back in the day. I'm talking like early 2000s, all right? You know, and I was born 94. That means I'm like old or something. I'm not sure.
You're like, I would say you're young. You're an adult. You're just an adult.
Yeah. I am a people call me adult. I tend to disagree. I think I'm a very smart human being.
So 2002 was when you first got access to the internet. 2002, 2003, you first started. Roughly. What device? What was the means of action?
It was a Windows ME Millennium Edition, which is notably not great. But I was a kid. Who cares?
Yeah,
and I used it.
Exactly.
I used it to go onto Lego.com because I loved Legos.
Do you still love Legos?
Yes, I don't buy them because now I have to pay for things like not Legos.
They're very expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Did you ever get into stop motion with Legos? That was a popular thing.
Yes, Alex Newcomb. In fact, did you know? I'm probably jumping ahead in your little plan here, Mr. Newcomb. Not only did I get into stop motion, that was actually my first foray into YouTube, of all things. Was posting.
I think that's a perfect transition.
Posting Lego stop motion videos on the internet that lasted like 3 seconds and got maybe 20 views over its lifetime.
Was that your internet show? When did that internet show come into play during your life?
Never. I posted them, and I would forget how to log into my YouTube account, so I would make another one, and then post another one.
On another account?
On another account of a slightly different name.
How old were you when you were doing this?
Maybe like 11? 12?
Oh, wow.
Wow. It was a while ago, but that was like the first thing I ever got like super into.
Okay.
I loved making the Lego men move.
And we're talking like 3 5-second, like 3 frames. That's like a frame a second.
I'm talking like making my Bionicle do a sick kickflip, and like that was it.
That's amazing. I had a friend who did the same thing, like when he was like 8 or like 10. It was like, and also the screenshots had motion blur to them. The pictures. It was like low light.
There you go. That's how you do it.
It wasn't high quality, but there's a lot of heart there. Voice acting. Did you do any voice acting for your characters in Lego?
Oh yes, on my very very shitty microphone. I did, and it was usually like "Hiya" or "Whata" or "I'm going to kill you." I remember that one specifically because my mother overheard me and was like, "What? Who are you talking to? Who are you threatening?" And I was like, "No, Mom, the Bionicle. He's gonna kill him."
So, I guess part of that, you are some might say a, a louder individual on streams.
I don't know what
No,
you mean.
You can get excited.
I don't know what you mean. I've never been excited for anything in my entire life. In fact, my entire life has just been one giant mask of I'm lonely. I'm depressed. I fake emotions to make friends, but is that really who I am on the inside? Is the smile real?
I guess when did you start playing like what did you start playing video games? Because that's another big thing.
Sorry, I just love to like to like okay, about video games. just scooting off to the side here. Just like, oh, I touched a landmine. Let's move on.
No, it's all gonna connect. You'll see.
Okay, all right. I started playing video games very, very young. I have like a very specific memory of me going over to a neighbor's house who was Japanese, and he had a Japanese Nintendo 64, and we used to play it all the time over at his house. And I told my parents I really wanted a game console, so they got us a Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah, but legitimately, longer than I can remember, I have been playing video games.
It's just part of who you are.
Yes.
In your memory.
Yeah, basically. It's always revolved around like I can pinpoint times by the games I was playing at the time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say, let's say you're playing a competitive game or something? Did you ever get loud? Were you a gamer who?
Was I a passionate gamer?
Were you a passionate gamer?
Let ever get competitive?
Did you ever get audibly loud? Let's say when you're playing multiplayer games or just games in general, or were you more just keeping your mouth shut but really feeling it?
Okay, so I have an older brother and I have a younger sister, and we're all pretty close in age, so we did play a lot of games. So we would get loud, but we would never really be competitive. We would just be dumb. Is the best way I could describe it.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I'm thinking like your Mario Karts, your Mario parties.
Oh, Mario Kart with siblings. It's gonna get. There's gonna be maybe some tears, possibly. Oh, maybe not. But it's gonna get loud.
Oh yeah, there were definitely a lot of yelling, a lot of overacting, a lot of honestly. A lot of the times we wouldn't even play the games to like play the games. We would just like. We had like this massive television that like one of our neighbors gave us one time. And we would just like put action figures up to the screen. Again, all very young.
Uh-huh.
This wasn't like 16 months ago. I promise I'm not a psychopath. I think. But I don't know. We always just played video games in our own weird way that usually didn't really involve whatever the game wanted us to do.
You were an engineer. You were creative.
I was also dead.
Yeah, I'm like on half a heart right now.
Where even are you? I'm making this wonderful mansion for us, and
you are.
Yes.
I'm hiding in a hole.
Hiding in a hole. Oh man. I just making a wonderful home thing. I know that's not what people are supposed to do when they only have 90 minutes before they kill the Ender Dragon, but
it's priorities.
I have priorities. That's right. I do.
So you never played games the way they were. No, you often skew. You played them, did your own thing.
Yeah, we did. I did specifically, a lot. So I never really got competitive loud. I just got dumb loud.
Okay. Yeah. So you never like the angry, like like swearing and whatnot, and you're happy. A little.
I had my fair share of a Call of Duty on the Xbox 360, but I can't say I ever screamed into microphones or anything.
No racial slurs.
No racial slurs. I know. I was very uncultured.
Okay. So some might say you improvised.
Yes, I did. Quite a bit of improv was done in many ways, shapes, and forms.
Now, where did you ever participate in like a little like? Did you ever do some local improv during your younger portions of life?
Oh, you're talking about like improv performance art and
Yes. Did
stuff
you
like
have
that.
ever done that?
A little bit, a little bit. I did do theater. I did theater when I was very young. I did theater in high school. Yeah, like even before, even afterward. I've always had an interest in acting.
Why is
A
that?
little bit of improv.
Do you think?
Why is that? It's pretty deep.
I guess what initially drew your attention to acting and whatnot
Oh,
and theater?
do you want to know? I can tell you exactly what it was because I'm remembering now. Specifically, specifically,
All right. What are you remembering?
I loved Indiana Jones. I wanted to be Indiana Jones, so I wanted to be an archaeologist. Then one day, while I was in school, they took us to a museum, and I said I wanted to be an archaeologist so I can beat up Nazis. And they said, no, that's a movie. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, oh no, Indiana Jones is an action movie hero. And I was like, that's not actually what archaeologists do. And I was like, oh,
And then your interest dwindled. I was like, wait a minute, no, I want to be an actor.
wait, hold on a second. I want to be an action hero. I want to be an actor.
Did you want to be the person kind of starring in the show or in the movie or whatever? You wanted to be person front and center.
I did. It's true. It was entirely an attention move.
Well,
But
no.
like as a kid, I kind
Yeah.
of grew to like as I got my parents were very supportive. They're like, oh, you want to do acting? Okay, let's get you enrolled in children's theater immediately, and I actually really liked it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, kudos to you.
Yeah.
I made an attempt. I made one attempt, I think, to get into theater growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I right before the audition, I was like, nope, I'm too nervous, and holy shit!
Is that what you went?
Sorry,
You said holy shit as an 8-year-old. You're like holy shit! I can't go on stage.
that was when I think I was 12. Um,
Oh, sorry.
two no,
Holy shit! I
someone
can't go on
farted.
stage.
None of the voice was accurate. Yeah, I was too nervous, and until a few years ago, I didn't have the confidence to do any of that stuff.
I know. I definitely feel that. I had a bit of a waning. Well, I could talk about this, or I can let you do your next conversation.
No, go for it.
No, no, that well, I well, Alex Newcomb, I don't know if you were around for this, but like around the time that I was doing Breath of the Wild and stuff like that, and when I finished it, I decided I would talk a little bit about why I like the story of that game and like why I like Link as a silent protagonist and how I thought they did him very well. And it is because they presented him as a silent protagonist who didn't talk exclusively because of stress. And I was like, hey, that was me. Because I don't know if you knew this, but I actually had very severe selective mutism, like through the entirety of middle school and almost through high school. So I just would not say a word to literally anyone for like years.
Do you think that that was because you're in a new and different environment? Like, why do you?
Mm,
Is there? Do you think there's a rhyme or reason to that?
yes, I was thinking about a lot of things that probably a kid shouldn't think about. Also, just a lot of
Okay.
stress at home, a lot of stuff. I'm not too embarrassed to talk about it
No, it's okay.
or anything like that. But you know, like my if you don't know, I'm from a military family, and
Mm.
so my dad was never around, and when he was here, you know, there was always issues. It was a whole. There was a lot of stress on me as a kid that I didn't really realize, and it all sort of manifested into. I can't relate to literally anyone at my school. I'm going to not talk ever.
You didn't feel like you could connect with anybody,
Yeah.
and that led to just the selective mutism. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with the term, but it basically just means uh, not necessarily just pure mutism because I would go home,
Mm.
I would talk to my mom, I would talk to my grandmother, and my siblings. But when I was at school, nothing. Not a word. Zip. Zolch. Zippity zop. That's actually where I met Yume. Was around that time as well. Yeah, Yume stuck up for me a bunch. Because
awesome.
people would just tell me to do things, and I'll just do things, and Yume was like, stop it. And so I hung around Yume.
What made you just want to what? So when people told you to do things, why did you do that? Were you looking for what looking for just trying to entertain, or I guess
Not even entertain. It was purely just out of like, I don't like. These are all times I can't even remember. I was like very
yeah,
out of
like
my
20
own.
years ago.
Yeah. Well, one, it was like 20 years ago. Two, I was like very outside of my own. I was in my own head the whole time. I couldn't tell you like teachers' names. I couldn't tell you like anything. It got so
Yeah.
or the stress got so sorry. It got so severe at one point. I actually ended up getting shingles.
Shingles.
Yeah, are you familiar with that?
I do. Remind me, is it shingles where you get like a bunch of hives or something?
Yes. Do you want to know how you get them?
How do you get them?
Well, you have to be over 50, and you have to be incredibly stressed.
Well, you checked one of those boxes.
I did! But apparently I was so stressed, I got them really early.
Crazy how just stress in your childhood can affect so much time.
I know. If you guys want shingles, get as stressed as possible. You will thank me for it. You won't thank me at all. Actually, you might even hate me.
All right, I'll give
I
it a
recommend
try.
it. Yeah, give it a try sometime. It's really fun.
But so I guess let's talk about Yume for a second. Let's talk about that. I'm curious. I want to know more.
Yumesuke.
Do you remember the first event or one of the first events where you two interacted? Or the gradual interactions over time?
I kind of remember so I really like video games.
Mm-hmm.
And her friends would like play a bunch of video games like during lunch and stuff like that. So I would hang in the vicinity of them eventually.
Okay, slowly. Were you shy?
Yes. Remarkably so.
Understandable.
Yes, very. Over time, I think it came like I think Yuma kind of noticed where I was with a lot of things and like how people would talk to me, and so Yuma started standing up for me a lot, and I do appreciate that. And then so it just kind of became like, oh, hello, you are my friend. You were my only friend at middle school. Let's hang out, and then we hung out all the time.
That's very wholesome.
Yeah.
And do you think hanging out with Yume, becoming friends with her, kind of allowed you or helped you connect with other people as well?
No, absolutely. Yeah. I didn't have the courage to do anything until she started like sticking up for me and being like, "Hey, you gotta talk back and shit." Like I could say, "Oh, I was bullied," which is like partially true, but I also did say a word, and I was really weird.
Were you able to hold a conversation at all?
No. And this lasted from like, I want to say from 4th grade all the way until I was in 7th, almost 8th grade. Yeah.
Then like entering high school, things got a little better. I mean, probably still rough around the edges, but
yeah, no, high school was a lot better. Apparently I was really popular in high school. I don't remember any of that. That's what people keep telling me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just super cool. I don't know.
You are super cool.
Oh, thank you. Allegedly. I know. Allegedly, you just heard it from the horse's mouth, Alex Newcomb. From the best source you can, me. I know my whole life.
You do.
I do. Also, I can't help but notice you were not here at my mansion. Here I am preparing dinner.
I am preparing dinner as well. Where are you? I'm in the fields.
Well, you're in the fields. All right. Well, I've been home. I've been cooking. I have been cleaning. I have been doing so much for this household. And
let me teleport to you in a second. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Now you can teleport, but you couldn't teleport. when I needed you most.
We were having a thoughtful conversation.
You know, a thoughtful conversation. Yeah, over the phone, but we could have talked about it over dinner, and you just, that's fine. That's okay. It's all right. It's fine. It's okay. My mother was right about you.
Your mother hasn't mentioned. No, your mother doesn't even know I exist. The most your mother has seen is like, oh, it's probably saw one of my chat messages. Like, I'm just gonna block that one out. Block that guy out of my brain.
She's probably seen worse, unfortunately. I try not to think about that fact. Oh God.
What do you mean by worse?
I mean, you've seen some of the things we've done on stream.
Oh, okay. You went on stream. I thought, like, maybe she may have walked in on you doing something.
I mean, she changed my diaper. I think that's like hell enough.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, the maid dress.
We don't talk about that.
Chloe, like, flakes the door on me.
We don't talk about that. You get out of my house. But also
this is not a mansion, by the way. This is a cube made out of 2 different types of wood.
I'm sorry. Maybe if you did better out in the fields and actually brought home some, decent money, we could have lived out in Burbank, like I wanted to, with my relatives. But no, you said you wanted to come out to the countryside. You thought it would be better for the kids. But look at them. Look at them.
What kids are you talking about? I don't see any kids. Yeah, are you dissociating again?
I'm kicking you out.
All right. So, you were a shy guy.
I was. Sorry, I don't know why that got me going. I was like, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
And you were in theater. You were a shy kid. You met Yume. Started, connecting, but it's fucking life's hard.
Yeah. I look back on all of it fondly. They were terrible times, but it's like, now I'm quirky and different.
Yeah. Do you think you're so expressive and, like, I would say charismatic and vocal now because comparatively of how shy, I guess, how non-talkative you were in the past?
Honestly, kind of, yeah. I at one point, I kind of got tired. I got real tired of just not communicating and, like, stressing about every word I had to say. So eventually, I just started not worrying about it. And, started that whole... I'm going to be completely honest with you, Alex. I'm only going to say this because it's an interview, okay? All right? You may not believe this, but my ego actually isn't as big as I present it to be.
I'm gonna delete that from the VOD. I can't let people... Yeah.
Like, all I'm saying is fake it till you make it. It hasn't done me wrong so far.
You're putting on a bit of a persona as well. You're adding a few extra volts to your personality.
Oh, absolutely. You know people are here for a good time, so you want to present your best self. If I was like, oh, I had a bad day at work today, and then you go on stream and you're just like, I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet. Like someone normally would do if they weren't on stream, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's the fact that being live in a way is a way to disconnect from all that.
No, absolutely.
Now, speaking of jobs, let's talk about some real... What's your history with jobs, and what's your work history? What's your resume?
Died of ligma.
That is like the most 2018 answer I've ever gotten.
I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry, but
No,
Okay, if you legitimately want to know, all right. The most high-profile thing I did was work at a Target. Like, I'm talking like basic retail kind of stuff.
And you kind of have selective hearing as well on the phone.
Very. Yes, I realized that when I used to work at a pizza place, and I kept trying to answer calls, and people would be like, and I was like, "What the hell are you saying? I don't understand." And then eventually, my boss was like, "Can you can you hear anything? And I'm like, kind of. I just can't process it. And he was like, okay, you don't have to be on the phone anymore. And I was like, okay.
There you go. Was that the same job? This might be a different job, but did you get robbed at gunpoint?
I
That
did
job?
at the pizza place. Yeah,
What
I did.
what was that like?
I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. I think I physically sighed at the dude. Like he pulled out.
with this shit.
I was like, hey, welcome to pizza place. And then he just like pulled out a gun and like looked me and he's just like mumbled something. He's like, the register. And I just went, like I didn't even register that it was a gun. I didn't even register that I was even there. I didn't even register any of that. It was just like, now I got to deal with all this, and I'll probably be held late, even though I wanted to go home.
Paperwork.
Came from work. Like it was only after the dude left that I was like, oh, I was held at gunpoint. I was just so annoyed. I was like,
Tweet about that.
yeah, exactly.
And they only got like what, $40 or something?
Like everyone there paid in cards, so it was like $40, $50 at most in cash. And I was like, okay, well, all right.
You're better off just like trying to steal someone's Venmo credentials.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure the gun is worth more, if it was even a real gun.
Did it have an orange tip?
It did not, but it looked weird. I bet you it was spray painted. I don't know. That's also very common.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also just kind of live somewhere where, like, robberies like that aren't too uncommon. There's not really too many, like, fatalities in such cases, but, like, crime does happen.
Mm. Do you live in, like, more of a... You don't have to say this if you don't want to. I don't want you to dox yourself, but, like, more of an urban area?
The place I live specifically is more rural. Very rural.
I guess the pizza place, was that in more of an urban area?
It was definitely in the city.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, like, the whole town does have, like, a little bit of, like, I wouldn't even say, like, a crime issue, because everyone's fairly chill, but it does have, like, a significant, like, poverty issue. And we could go into all of that, blah, 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 another day, but you know what I mean.
Mm.
So, like, it wouldn't be uncommon that, like, oh, hey, I walked into this 7-Eleven, and they're like, oh, hey, sorry, we're closed, we got robbed. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I just left.
Okay, well, happens.
Okay. I was like, all right. I guess I'll get my Monster Energy drink another time.
Do you genuinely like Monster Energy or Red Bull or just energy drinks in general?
I don't know. For someone who has them all the time, I certainly don't know. Actually, you know what? Change that. No, I do. I love carbonation. I love carbonation, Alex Newcomb.
Carbonation.
When I die, I need someone to put my ashes in like, those, like, carbonated soda, like, things?
Like the soda streams?
The soda stream. I need you to put my ashes in the soda stream.
Do you, I love carbonation too. I don't like soda because it's sugar and I don't need it, but give me like a club soda or like sparkling water. Oh, a little lime in there.
Yeah. God, carbonation's so good.
Oh, it's an addiction.
It is. It is a fun fizzy drink. I think the reason
give me a kick. Oh, sorry.
Give you a kick. You want me to give you a kick?
I said, give me a can of carbonation Yoshinom corpse.
Yes, please. That's how I want to go out.
So what's the reason, Yoshinom?
That I like energy drinks?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Carbonation.
It helped me focus, which I didn't realize I had a problem with until way later in life. And then it was like, oh yeah, I should. I went to the doctor's like, you're how old? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm like 23. And they're like, you have some of the most severe ADHD I've ever seen. And I was like, I didn't know that could happen. And he was like, yeah, how come no one noticed? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. How old are you when you got this diagnosis?
Either 22 or 23, somewhere in there. It was like after I left college, because I went to college for like a single semester. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to. If I continue with this, I'm just going to go into debt, and I don't think I'm getting anything from it, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. What major were you going into, or planning on at least?
Film, actually. They're
Ooh.
big into film. I wanted to make movies. I went full circle on the whole like I don't want to be Indiana Jones to I want to make films about
Because
Indiana Jones.
do you feel like you have strong storytelling capabilities?
I like to think so.
The same.
They're definitely. I want more opportunities for me to be able to tell stories. That's kind of what I want. So eventually,
Why film? Like why what is it? Because you really like making things how you like making things look pretty.
yeah. I don't know. I loved acting, and then I realized I loved everything about like filmmaking. I loved cameras. I loved story writing, all of that to come together to like tell a story and set up a world and stuff like that. So I was always fascinated. So I was like, and you grow up and everyone's like, yeah, go to school for something you like, and I was like, okay. So I went into film. And I still like all of that, but I made the mistake of going to an actual university instead of like a community college where everything's more hands on, and I sort of like, I was like, I'm not getting anything from this. Because, to be honest, in the back of my mind, even though I was going to film school, you want to know why I wanted to go to film school, Alex Newcomb?
Why did you want to go
It
to
wasn't,
film school?
it wasn't just to make films. I wanted to make YouTube videos, Alex Newcomb.
And that brings us to our next point. Next bullet point here. I mean, you were a YouTube video for many years before you did Twitch streaming regularly.
That's true. Over a decade.
A lot of the videos are private.
Yes. Because, well, one, a little embarrassing. I'll probably show them off someday. But the two, I would often have my face. Okay, Alex Newcomb, how old are you, actually?
I am 20 years old.
20 years old. Okay, I don't know if you were, like, super into YouTube or video games around this time, Alex Newcomb. But there was a little guy named Angry Video Game Nerd. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah. That like those people. You got you got plenty of groups like Angry Video Game Nerd. We got Pro Jared. Before the controversies.
Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? All right. Okay. I'm gonna let you in on something. All right. What's Alex Newcomb. So Pro Jared was part of the group that I was like a massive fan of. These are the films I wanted to emulate. These were like the people I wanted to hang out with, and it was all a group called Normal Boots. It had such interesting names as Pro Jared and JonTron and Peanut Butter Gamer.
Yeah, I know.
And a lot of I got more interested in a smaller group that was kind of tangentially related, known as Hidden Block. There you go. You know your stuff, Alex.
Yeah, I've done my research.
You've done your research, huh? How much research?
It's a few hours worth.
A few hours. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Hidden Block. You attended their first panel. It was
in 2013. Yes, SGC.
SGC. Yeah, you were there. You made the little. Yeah, you asked them a question. I believe. I don't know what it is, but how was that experience?
So the people I did meet and get to talk to the most were like Cadicarus, who I believe is still like a very massive YouTuber now. Mm-hmm. Very busy man. And Brutal Moose, who is also probably my favorite YouTube person on the planet, who I never get to talk to or talk about very much, realistically. But I think he legitimately has the best content on the internet.
Well, let's talk about him a little bit. What does he do? Or what do they do?
Oh, God, what doesn't he do? So, I guess I should mention the era, like, 2013 to, like, I want to say, like, 2017, was dominated by a bunch of people who wanted to be Angry Video Game Nerd. They would talk about video games, and they would do all these weird skits. And I was like, I want to do that, so I did it. And I have, like, a bunch of really awful videos and a bunch of scrap videos of that. And over the course of, like, 10 years, I kind of realized, I was like, hey, I don't really like reviewing games at all. I kind of just want to do the dumb skits exclusively, and it took me way too long to realize that. A little bit after that, I decided to stream, and then, well, the rest of the story. But
and now it's just video games.
Yeah, now it's just video games. But yes, Brutal Moose used to do video game reviews, and he also did. Oh shit, that's Bamboo. Goodbye, Alex Newcomb.
Coming. I'm coming.
Ah, shit. Oh, okay. I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking. He also his more recent stuff. He actually reviews a lot of like really old Disney Channel movies, which is really funny. His editing is top notch. Ah,
I misclicked. I'm so sorry.
I'm sure. And he also reviews frozen dinners, and it's hilarious.
That's really cool.
It is.
Sounds awesome.
He's legitimately incredibly funny. It hurts. It hurts how funny that man is. I love him. But yeah, no, I was heavily invested in all of that. Obviously, more and more stuff came out about some of those people that I weren't exactly as into as Brutal Moose. But that kind of sucked, and it made me kind of realize I was like, do I really like this YouTube thing? I was like, I don't know. Like I had friends who were like also kind of like involved in the whole Pro Jared thing, and I was like, man, I don't know. People kind of suck. I want to stick to my own thing instead of like, maybe like when you're starting out with like YouTube content and stuff like that, you really like you're like a huge fan, right?
Yeah,
and you're like you're making stuff, but like what you really want is to like meet the people and work with them because you like them so much.
Yeah, it's why parasocial relationships are a thing. It's been a thing since the dawn of mankind.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And so, like, so many people want to meet me, it's just...
Yeah, and here I am talking to Alex Newcomb in the flesh. Like,
Speaking of Alex, or Alex's, you interacted, and I just want to know a bit more about this person, but Lex, or better known as Alex and Crackers, someone who is...
Alex and Crackers? Oh, man. I haven't heard that name in 30 years. Yeah, no, he was, or actually, I don't think it's he. She. I met them before, then yeah, as it goes. But I met her because she also did a lot of content about like the kind of like review stuff and like stuff like that. And we kept in touch. There used to be like forums you can go to for like Hidden Block and stuff like that. So we were both kind of related there. I wasn't really good at talking to people on the internet. So like they were kind of one of the few people I did.
Okay.
So that was nice.
What do you mean you weren't good at talking to people on the internet? How would you talk to people on the internet?
Oh, I wouldn't.
Oh.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like the optimal lurker. I only lurked for the longest time. I would like maybe relatable. Send replies to like big people on Twitter like ages ago, but like I wouldn't it wasn't until Discord happened. Was the first time I talked to people. And it was actually in a Discord for Brutal Moose that I met. Ooh. And this is very important to the lore, the Yosh lore, that I met King of Archers.
King of Archers.
King of Archers.
Yeah, King of Archers. There's a whole group of people. Yeah, King of Archers is the big one. You met Jess, Connor, Toddley, Carl. Yeah, there's like that whole group of people. Did it all start with King of Archers?
Yeah, no, it all started with King of Archers.
How did that discovery come to be?
Well, I just randomly joined a voice chat because I was finally like, I kind of want to interact with people who also like people would hang out in there a lot. It was a very active BC, and Discord was pretty new.
Is this for Brutal Moose?
For Brutal Moose, yes.
Okay.
So I jumped in there, and I immediately just was me. Like I thought it would be kind of weird. I was like, I don't know how to talk to people online. I'm so shy. No, as soon as there was a mic in front of me, it was just like, no, it was me.
As soon as the pressure's on, just go.
Yeah, exactly. And then literally, not even 5 minutes in that conversation, King of Archers threatens to send me a pizza, and I'm like, do it. And then I sent her my entire full address.
I think you've talked about this on stream.
I doxed myself for pizza, and that was my the first message in me and King's Discord DMs is my entire address at the time.
Was this around like the 2015, 2016? era of your life?
Yeah, I would say 2014, 15, 16, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Did you get the pizza?
No, they didn't
Is it?
deliver where I was.
Oh, damn.
It's okay. Eventually, we went to a convention together, and she bought me a pizza, and I was like, okay, yay.
And you would have like many in-person interactions as well. This is like a this is like an important person.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, we've been best friends for a very, very long time. Like, man, man. Long ago, I feel so old, Alex Newcomb.
You have a history on the internet. That's for sure.
I do. But yeah, no, that's actually how I started going to conventions. And that's how I met, King of Archers in person. That's
Hmm.
how I started hanging out with Cold Connor Complaints. That's how I was hanging out with Carl Jacobs during conventions and stuff like that. Side note, legitimately the funniest guy I know. I'm very happy
Hmm.
for his success. And yeah, no, we kind of built a little group that would just go to conventions and stuff like that. And eventually, all of that led to me moving to Canada for a little bit. So that was fun. Yeah. Actually, I never really realized how much of an effect that had on my life. What the hell, Alex? You make me realize shit.
Canada or just like the King of Arch, like that whole era, that everything.
Yeah,
You joining that one Discord call kind of had a huge butterfly effect.
it really did.
Hey, this is a PSA. Take risks. Put yourself out there a little
Take
bit.
risk, dox yourself.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it can be worth it. Sometimes your life might get ruined. What's the
Yeah,
point?
it's a coin flip. I got lucky. I got a passive buff in luck. I chose that when I became 12 years old. And you know that stat screen you get at 12 years old in your sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah, everyone knows that. Some people take like like skateboarding proficiency. Some people take a traumatic hamster experience. Ah!
You okay? You okay? Hey, you okay?
No.
Traumatic experience.
Traumatic experiences. You know. I personally chose luck because I thought it would be a meme, but
Mm. I chose. What did I? I chose. I don't. I don't think I got a choice. I don't know. Just
you
attention.
chose out attention. You choose Alex Newcomb.
You're
It was just
poisoned, by the way.
I
Or you're
feel
sick.
great. I feel wonderful. Absolutely.
But luck is on your side
That it is.
sometimes.
Somebody.
So, uh, I don't know if you don't have to talk about this if you want to. This might be a little uncomfortable. But 2015, 2016 there's a bit of low income and couch surfing going on, bit of here and there. I guess thinking about it now, how has that affected you?
Let me see. I'm trying to remember that. I was probably before I moved. So I was probably at my grandmother's for a little bit, but I was working. I was the first one to move out of my siblings, but I was also like one of the first ones to come back. And I kind of hung out for a while. I just made money. I don't know. I just kind of
Just
did.
made,
I just kind of adulting, I guess is what people call it. Like I'm going to learn how to manage my health insurance and stuff like that. So there wasn't a lot. There was things I was trying to do at the time, but there wasn't a lot.
there's always like maybe a YouTube video that you were working on or trying to get out, thinking about.
Always. This was the thing. My life was like a near constant, just thinking about YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't know.
Because it's interest of you. You wanted to make it
Yeah.
work.
I've never not wanted to do stuff on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are like, maybe you should consider, thinking about other things that aren't that. And I just said no. And apparently, I don't know. I have binders full of like different and scrapped like video ideas and movie ideas and all kinds of other things. It took me a while to get my sort of confidence, because after 10 years of like nothing, kind of, and part of it was my fault because I wouldn't put out anything. It kind of just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, one of the first videos, maybe not the first, but one of the original videos you made. I mean, remember when you were what was it? You were playing Pokemon Black. And you got like a shiny Pokemon. Like in under an hour, but then you couldn't save because you had your old save already there, so you couldn't. You had to delete your old save, make it work.
I know. That was the first time I got a shiny Pokemon.
It was a good moment, but it had to go.
I was so sad.
10 years ago.
I miss that Pat Rat every day.
What you named it? You made it like Pecker or something? I don't know.
Pecker? Yeah, I named it after my pecker. No, I named it...
I can pull up the video. It's the only one that's unlisted.
I think I named it Pixel. That's probably...
Pixel, yes.
Yeah. Man. It's okay. Literally, when I finished that game, I got Black 2, and then I caught a shiny Litwick, which is a candle Pokemon, and that's way better than a stupid rat, so I'm good.
Okay, everything worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you made a tweet about a really big video, like December of 2013. You're working on... Do you remember what that video was?
Nope.
I probably not. It's like 10 years ago.
It has been. But you know what I can tell you? There were, and I'm sure King can attest to this because she's seen some of them, there were many videos that I'm sure if I just finished and posted, I'd probably be in a very different place than now. But it's
not easy.
It's not. Like, I was too much of a perfectionist. I had too much of an ego, I guess. I was like, no, everything must be perfect. Or it's not good enough, because I'd watch all these people and compare myself to them, even though they made, I had to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. And were you a bit of a dreamer?
No, I never watched Dream.
Well, actually, so I have a chat member who doesn't know who you are. Could you explain who you are?
Hi,
Dreamer?
I'm Yosh.
Are you a big streamer or just a streamer? That's what they asked. Is he someone big or just a streamer?
If it matters to you, I have a Twitch partner badge. I don't know. I love that question. What a good question. Are you a big streamer or just like a streamer? Like, you just like stream for fun, or do you? I mean, that is a little valid of a question, but still. Oh God, I'm gonna die. I couldn't even make it to the door.
So Sneaky One. I guess I'll talk about how I met Yosh. I said this story before. I usually lie about something. Speaking honestly, I wanted to get into what was it? The fucking Origins or Originals Season 2, whatever it's called. I was really into Minecraft. I wanted to be a part of something. I had no viewers, no followers. So I was like, what if I just like socially engineer my way in?
I mean, honestly, that like people are gonna be like, oh, blah blah blah. But that is how it's done.
Yeah, being chased by 3 zombies.
You gotta know someone to love me. They saw my Twitch partner badge stamped on my ass, and now they're just chasing after me.
So I wanted to be a part of it. And this SMP ad, like it wasn't huge, but it wasn't small. Mm-hmm. So I was like, let me join everyone's community and like give myself some attention. I'll be weird because I'm a weird individual in general. I can't help it. But
yes, you are.
But I'm not going to be mean or hostile or toxic initially.
Mm-hmm. Initially, that comes later.
Yeah. Once I get to know the streamer, I'll introduce those habits.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I was like, okay, I'm going to join everyone's Twitch stream and people will get to like know me in the chat or something. I don't know. Then I'll send a DM to like Jake or somebody. Be like, hey, can I get in?
Can I get some of them SMPs?
I made a poor attempt. I kind of got impatient, and I sent the DM. No response. So I was like, this probably isn't happening. I moved on. One of those streamers was Yoshinom,
Hi.
and to get some attention to myself, to be like, cool, let's be funny. I was acting like, hey, how do I use Twitch? Where's the follow button?
I don't remember that. Yeah.
They just I was like, it's only $5. Then I subscribed. I wanted I don't know if you fake panicked or something, but you're like, oh, did you mean to do that?
Okay. Oh, so I when you first sent the message, I was like, this person is literally just clowning, or they legitimately don't know how to use the site and they just spent $5. And I was like on the fence. I was like, I can't tell. I was like, did you mean to do that? You just spent $5, man. I don't know. Shit.
And then I followed.
Yeah, I remember.
I joined their Discords as well because I really wanted to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't pan out. I kind of lost interest, to be honest, in Minecraft. I was like, I don't really care. So I did my own thing. And then like a month later, I rejoined your chat. You were playing Resident Evil 2 as a Discord stream in preparation for the RE4 remake.
I was, yeah.
I joined that, posted some chat messages, and I don't know, the events chat. I started attending your streams regularly because you're funny.
Thank you.
And then, I don't know, I was like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting attention.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was still streaming at the time. I was still doing all that fun stuff. And I was like, I want to grow, or at least do something. I want to collaborate, because that's how you grow, right? That's how you make friends and relationships in this community, in this Twitch platform.
Grow, you do things, yeah.
So I started this thing called a Blocky situation, which is what we're doing now.
What?
Exactly.
We are?
We are. It's pretty blocky, right?
Have you been recording it this entire time? I'd never realized. Okay, no, actually, I did realize.
I'm gonna splash water in your face.
I get that a lot.
So I started this thing, and I sent some DMs to just a bunch of random people, because I didn't know anybody, really. Mm-hmm. Dark Lord of Happiness and Uisuki respond id. Mm-hmm. And we did a thing. I made a video like a month later. Then after the video came out, I was like, all right, what's the next collab? Resident Evil 6 co-op. Let's do that.
I think I've been residented by the evil 6 times.
And basically, yada yada yada. Here we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I feel like I don't like have a reason to believe this, but I feel like sometimes people are like, oh, why like how do I collab with Yosh? Legitimately, I don't know. I just say yes to things that sound fun.
Yeah. I think it's just a general rule of thumb. You gotta put yourself in there. Put yourself, like, if you want to hang out, you're not gonna hang out with someone who, I don't know. You just gotta. I don't know. You died again.
I hit the pixel that was the stone and not the water, so that was fun.
I don't know, be empathetic. Put yourself in their shoes and be like, all right. I mean, if someone like a random asked me if they wanted to collab, would I say yes or no if I don't know anything about them? I mean, I'd say yes, but
yeah, it's kind of like you gotta bounce it a little bit. So you did make your presence known just by talking in my chat, and I'm like, I could kind of tell you're a Germa viewer, Andy. So I kind of enjoyed that. It was very obvious.
Someone in my chat said I spec'd into the Germa skill tree when I was 12.
You spec'd into the Germa skill tree.
That was 16, all right?
I feel like I did, and then I try to go to the Vinny Vine Sauce route, and so now I'm this weird. I don't know what's wrong with me. Whoa.
How'd you get here?
It's eternity in there. Teleporting. It's not as quick as you think it is. Hey, look, my stuff. No, there's a skeleton! I'm gonna kill this thing. Come here. Nope. Hold on. Give me...
Good job.
Thank you. I tried.
You need to make money?
Do this. If we're gonna do this, we need arrows. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need armor. I don't need anything else. I just need an iron axe, a crossbow.
Yeah, I will say it's going to be easy. If we die, you'll be able to get right back into the fight. I mean, this whole thing is designed for you to win.
That's okay. I don't need your help. I can do it in one life.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I'm a professional. I was in an MCC before Alex Newcomb. Did you know that?
Let's talk about that.
Oh no.
So, I mean, you were on the Twitter, you were on the internet a lot, all like from fucking 10 to 8, from 8 to now on the internet. Did YouTube videos, made attempts to do YouTube videos, all that fun stuff.
Yes.
You met King of Archers, you met Jess, you met Connor, you met Toddley, you met Carl, met so many people. When did Minecraft? What is it? I don't even know what MCC stands for. When did the MCC Rising come into play?
Minecraft Championship Rising. Now, this is a bit of an interesting story. So this is a bit of an interesting story. You see, so my friend King, Minecraft was having its third renaissance on the internet. I want to say a couple years, year and a half before I got into MCCR, before MCCR happened. And essentially, King knew about this thing called MCC. Then they said that, hey, we're doing an MCCR, and you need to have a group of 4 people. Okay. And so obviously King was very excited because a bunch of people that she watched did MCC, and she's like, we have an actual chance because King was a fairly successful YouTuber, very small, but she does DS content and all kinds of really cool stuff. She was and she was really in Minecraft. She didn't have too many people who play Minecraft. She had Nico, and that was really about it.
I need my stone pickaxe.
No.
Okay. She had Nico.
And that was really about it. I played Minecraft, but I never played online. Never, ever played online. I would, boot up Minecraft sometimes. I've been playing Minecraft since, pre-alpha with my brother.
But you were never, that was never your content creation route. That was never yeah, I'm going to be a Minecraft gamer's content creator. But, Sky does Minecraft.
Legitimately was never really a consideration. I always wanted to do variety. That's why I continue to just do variety now. I do a lot of Minecraft now because, I found the fun in it, and I was in an MCC, and people like it, and so that's fair.
And
I still enjoy it.
You have a lot of friends, I feel who...
Yeah, and now I met a bunch of friends through MCC who all play Minecraft, so now... Yeah. But, I didn't know shit. People talking about all kinds of, this ace race and parkour bullshit and PvP battle box. They're like, what the hell is any of that? I was like, Minecraft Championship? What do I just gotta, break a tree faster than someone? But they wanted a 4th. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Because at the time, I was streaming. I was trying my hand at streaming and actually really enjoying it. I got to, I got to 70 followers, I remember. I was really proud of that.
You were playing Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
And other games, but...
Yeah, mostly exclusively Breath of the Wild on my stream. Just because, I don't know, I was just going through it, and I had a little day counter, and that was how I started anything.
Well, I guess my question is, when you started streaming, 2019, 2020? On the regular basis, did you a VTuber from the start?
No. Okay, so I should mention. Yo, I saw that VTuber shit happening a mile away. I called it. I called that shit. I knew it. I knew it was gonna be big. No one believed me. Everyone called me crazy. It happened. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting on a tangent. That tangent is literally only for like 2 people that I used to tell about. No, you should do VTubing. Like I'm telling you, it's gonna be big, and them being like, no, there's no way that's gonna be big, and now it is. So I can rub it in their face in a friendly manner.
In a friendly manner.
In a friendly manner, I assure you. But no, initially no. I should mention my favorite streamer who I watch the most consistently is Vinny Vinesauce. I'm very very inspired by him. He's very chill. He's not very chill personality wise, but he has a front that he's very chill.
Yeah.
But he's very like he's been an OG streamer since like Justin TV. Like
Yeah.
way back in the day. So he does nothing on screen, no alerts, just gameplay, just his voice. And I love that. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. Obviously, I was just starting out. You know, I wanted to grow. I wanted to do all this. So of course I had alerts. Of course I had stuff like that. But eventually, as I was getting through, I realized, or I learned about PNG tubing, which wasn't straight up VTubing, because obviously I didn't have the resources for that. And I made another crafting table. Why would I do this? There we go, 2 crafting tables. And I was like, I would love that sort of like personable angle. Like I don't know, it feels a lot nicer when you could kind of see the person you're yelling at. It is how I always kind of thought of it. Everyone knew who Vinny was, but I was being faceless. So I was like, what if I wasn't? I was like, what if I had something that was just a little more eye-catching on like the thumbnail thing? So I got my first PNG tuber from an artist named Kainter, who I'd been following for years, and that's how it started.
That's that. You got? Had you have that commissioned?
I did.
How much did it cost you?
I want to say you charged me like, I don't even remember. Maybe it was only like $50. It wasn't very much. It was very, very, very small little thing, but I loved it. I fell in love with it, and I like got more into it, and I used that one until MCC happened. And I'm glad I was streaming at least like 8 months before MCC happened, because I feel like if I hadn't been streaming, I would not have been as personable on stream, if that makes sense. I wouldn't have known how to handle it.
That prior experience, you think, get warmed you up a little bit?
It did. Then if I were to just,
just cold open the first stream. Hey, I'm in MCC Rising.
Haha, it's like I don't stream. I don't have any content on my channel. Haha, like that's how it would have been. That's how it would have been if I didn't start streaming beforehand.
How did the I guess the not intro video, but like the submission video for the MCC Rising come to be?
So I will say that was all King and Nico. I think King definitely planned a lot of it.
Why is there a coffin out here?
I supplied my voices. You know why.
Did you was there a script you followed, or you kind of just improv your own a little bit?
It was a little script that I followed. They knew that I could talk fast, and I was like, hold on, what if we had you like say something like really quick? That doesn't make any sense. And I was like, you know what, I'm all for it.
It does fit you.
It does. And the more I stream, the more I realize it did fit. But yeah, no. They seemed, the people who were running MCC at the time seemed to like it enough. And all of a sudden it was like, oh god, we got in. And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean we got in? And they're like, oh, we got in. When I said yes to this thing, I didn't think we were going to get in. It was like a very small chance. They were even saying, there's absolutely no way we're going to get in. But it'd be cool, so we're going to try it. So we got in. So I was like, that's super cool. Oh shit, I don't know jack squat about Minecraft. What the fuck? Anyway. When the event actually started, that's actually when I moved back to the US, right?
Yeah. How was your time in Canada? You don't talk about
Eye-opening.
it much.
I don't talk about it much. It's a dark time. Actually, no, it was very fun. It was very fun. The only unfortunate thing about it, really, was that I ended up being stuck there for far longer than I thought I would be because that's when COVID happened. So imagine being, a non-Canadian resident,
Hmm.
an American citizen, stuck in Canada, who had trouble getting a job over there because, American resident and COVID. And it was just,
Ah.
it was tough. Eventually, I was able to come back home. But no, I don't regret my time there. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of friends. And I grew a lot as a person, Alex Newcomb.
Grew out as a person. It was a
I
very,
did.
very private time in your life. That's
But it was
well.
good.
It was good. That's good.
Hmm
And you
I
came
consider it
back.
a very positive experience.
That's good.
But yeah, I came back. And my plan was like to get a job and like move out immediately. But my parents were like, "Hey, your grandma, you can help your grandma out if you want, if you stay over there." And I was like, "Okay." So basically, what that allowed me was when it came time to practice everything, I didn't have a job. I was the
Mm.
only one of us who didn't have a full time job, and so I decided, okay, I'm gonna pull my weight, and I practiced for hours on end, literally every single day.
The famous was it like
Oh
eight
God, yeah.
hours into the practice parkour map?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you know too much about that dark time, Alex Newcomb.
I mean I
Why am I
figured it.
gathering wood?
I because we're talking and that's the only thing our brain can do.
I guess so. I'm supposed to be farming. I gotta do the other thing. It's like
16 minutes.
oh my God. Okay, all right, we got this. It's fine. But yeah, I don't know if you know anything about it, but MCCR was an opportunity for people who didn't have like 10 million subscribers on YouTube to actually go into the event because it was a lot of really big people and exclusively only
Yeah.
that for the most part. So it was unprecedented that they even had this rising thing, which some people, and this is just between you and me, Alex Newcomb,
Mhm.
some people at the time didn't really want the MCC rising thing to happen, which is why it hadn't happened in a very long time, even though it might happen again soon. But
Yeah.
But, 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 yeah, we were nobodies. Like King was probably the biggest one of us with her YouTube videos, like statistically, like 4,000 subscribers. But like we were nobodies next to the Blue Bats and
Yeah.
the other larger people.
You had there were a larger streamers in the small streamer event.
Yes, like the biggest ones I think were the Pink Parrots, and a lot of them were like 1 million around.
Mhm.
Who again, it was like you can tell they like picked from like every category of like small. Us being like the smallest next to the Blue Bats, and what that led to was no one knew who we were, so no one really watched us. No one really did anything. Um, and I was fine with that until something weird happened, Alex Newcomb.
What was the weird thing that happened?
Hardcore Warrior. I decided one day, Alex Newcomb, that I wanted to be on the leaderboard for something. Because again, I was stupid and dumb. And there was a lot of professional players. But I realized there was 10 slots on the leaderboard for something called Parkour Warrior. And only like 5 people have even bothered finishing it.
Oh,
So I
you
said
finished it.
I would be on there no matter what my time was. That was my goal. So I was like, sure, it might take me an hour or two, but I got this. I proceeded to
10
spend
hours later.
14 hours later. I was still on that course.
I guess everyone's asking, did you finish it? And you didn't get on the leaderboard.
I did not. There's a specific reason I didn't.
Why is that?
That's a story for another day, Alex Newcomb. Story for another day.
We have time.
Oh, I know we do. I just wanted to be dramatic.
No cliffhangers, all right?
I love cliffhangers. They're fun. But no, legitimately, it was like, I did really want to finish it, and I tried coming back the next day. But, some things happened that eventually I'll talk about one day.
Okay.
So, to where, I didn't get to. But for some reason, I guess in the middle of all that, someone who frequented the MCC Reddit decided to post about me, being like, hey, this dude's trying to finish it, and he's like 3 hours in. And then all of a sudden, just as I was getting more and more sleep deprived, more and more people started showing up. And I started getting raided by like really like massive other Minecraft channels, and I was very confused for a long time until someone told me it was a Reddit post. But yeah, that was the only reason, Alex Newcomb, that I got that I got a Twitch partner badge. I got the statistics required for all of that, I guess.
Just through, people rating you and getting that attention while doing that, and having the personality to support it.
Yeah, I honestly, I would downplay it, but again, I feel like if I hadn't streamed beforehand and gotten used to talking to an audience, I wouldn't have had the chops to even get that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess there was also a second whammy to that. I had this running joke when I was in the MCCR practice server. There was a guy named X Nestorio, who I didn't realize at the time was like an absolutely massive Minecraft YouTuber. I didn't know any of these people. But one of the practice games was called Dodgeball, and I just hopped in. And it's where like you slide around on like ice, and like you have to shoot each other with an arrow that goes back and forth like this. And then you get out. So this dude did the nastiest trick shot on me. So I called him my rival. And I was like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna kick your ass. Anyway, didn't know who that was. Everyone was like, yo, that's like the best Minecraft player for that thing. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna kick his ass. Anyway, I never thought he would hear wind of this, ever.
Did you say this on stream?
Oh yeah, all the time. I was like, no, I'm gonna win. This guy's my rival, whether he knows it or not. This complete nobody. Yeah, he did find out. The joke was that I was like a nobody and he would never find out. That was supposed to be the joke.
Yeah. You have the anonymity of having no viewers.
Exactly. Well, I ended up having quite a few viewers by the end of MCC. But somehow he actually heard of it. He actually heard it, and when MCC ended, he rated me with like over 10,000 viewers. It crashed my stream for a second.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a good peak viewership. That's a lot.
It is a lot. And you can ask anyone who's been in my chat for like 2+ years, 90% of them came from that raid, that specific raid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So again, I try to remind myself that it wasn't all luck, and that I have some merit to myself. But sometimes it's hard for me to like realize that instead of just I was just lucky. This business is a lot of luck, Alex Newcomb.
It is, and you're just trying to be humble as well.
Yeah.
But these trees aren't going to grow in 9 minutes.
They can if I believe, Alex Newcomb. Why do I keep saying your full name?
Because it doesn't. You say Alex, and Alex Newcomb kind of flows, right?
Yeah, no. It's like if I just called Conan O'Brien. Like if I just call him Conan, like sure you can do that, but it's like Conan O'Brien.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like exactly. I could say, oh, good old Harrison. He's like, no, he's Harrison Ford. I don't know why I'm caught up on these two specific like people right now. I guess just because the podcast. Who cares? Anyway, look, I'm normal.
That's my line.
You thought. I have no food. I have I
We should probably
I
get some food before we
I don't
do
wear
this.
armor. I don't wear.
Oh yeah, you don't wear armor because Hit Trudy was saying, oh, it's weird to see you with armor on.
Oh yeah, I kind of wear boots every now and then, but I also try not to do that.
Oh, thanks. I gotta cover my pixels. The bitrate can't handle it.
Oh yeah, it was an aesthetic choice that I made
Yeah.
long ago, back in like 2012, when I played Minecraft, and I just kind of kept it up. I don't know, it's fun to me.
When
And
did you
then
get this skin? Who made the skin for you?
I took this off of like Minecraft skin decks back in like
Oh yeah, the
2013 or
classic.
something. And it's supposed to be John, like a young John Marston from
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption. I didn't even realize this until like half a year ago, but the thing on my back is a Carcano sniper rifle.
Mhm.
Didn't even realize. Took me this long. But yeah, no.
Huh? Well, have you? How long has your like John Marston? I don't want to say obsession, but like copying been.
Copying. How long have I been copying fictional characters? You know, I don't know. I like Red Dead Redemption
Yeah,
a lot.
You made a YouTube video about it.
I know.
It's still public.
It's still public. That one is still public. I killed the chicken. I decided I don't care anymore.
Use the feather if you need it.
Thank you. But I don't know. I never really used to like cowboys, but I don't know. I lived on a ranch.
Mm.
All my ancestors were cowboys. I don't know. It just kind of happened. I don't know.
Them.
You get them. I got them. So I was just like, yeah, Minecraft, that's kind of cowboy. So I always had a cowboy skin. You know, the whole cowboy aesthetic for my streams wasn't even supposed to be a thing. I never planned that.
What made it permanent?
You want to know what made it permanent? It was MCC. It was MCC and me using this skin, you know, when I hit it big.
Mm-hmm.
So now everyone associated me with this derpy little face. Look at my little face. Do you see this little face? It's
You don't
iconic.
even have a mouth. Even I don't have a mouth either.
You don't have a mouth either.
Oh shit.
But yeah, no, it became iconic, if anything. I like to think it became iconic.
Yeah, I think your VTuber, that picture, this skin, it's when people think of Yosh, they're gonna see that.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of got me endeared to it, too. So, like, 2 days before the MCC event happened, I messaged Kane Turn. And I was like, hey, you're never going to believe this, but I'm in some kind of weird, massive Minecraft competition. And if I can pay you to expedite a single pinge image, like talkie pinge image, of this Minecraft skin, I sent her the picture, and I sent her some, like, refs of John Marston. I would love that. And you know what she said? What the fuck? You're a weirdo. No, she didn't say that. No, she said...
She said that and was like, all right, fine, if you pay me.
All right, fine. If you pay me. No, she said, oh, I actually know what that is. And yes, I would absolutely love to do that for you. So that is the day I got this. This little, like, face. Little talkie face. And I have used it ever since.
And let's just make your gameplay tab. There you go. See, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. And then the reason I kept using it is because I didn't have another pinch that I wanted to use other than the Breath of the Wild one. So for variety stuff, I would use this one. Variety and Minecraft. So it just became the one that I used all the time. So then I just became Cowboy Man.
And it suits you. Do you ever thought about cosplaying as John Marston? If you did like a fan meetup or something? Like a con?
I don't know about a fan meetup, but I think about cosplaying John Marston literally every day in my life.
I guess in general, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It would be cool. I actually never really thought about fan meetups. I don't really consider it. I don't know. I'm kind of faceless. You want to know why I'm faceless? It's not because like I'm self-conscious or anything. It's just because I feel like when you're doing like VTuber, PinchTube, or anything like that, and this isn't to discount anyone who has done this, but I feel like as soon as you face reveal, it like kind of like dilutes the character.
Yeah, well, if you do a face reveal, I feel like you gotta stick to something, you know?
Yeah, I'm not real, Alex Newcomb. I feel like there's a lot of potential in VTubing that hasn't been reached yet. I feel like it's all been like very anime. But I feel like there's more potential beyond what we can see nowadays, Alex Newcomb.
Yeah, I mean, I want the face camera because first I got the face. You can see all my pores and everything. Can you do that with a VTuber? Yes. Not with yours.
Okay, I'm gonna draw more pores. Hold on, give me a second. What would you do if I like left and came back, and then you like looked at my screen, and I just had like a bunch of just really disgusting, obvious pores all over my PNG tuber face.
It's like a hyper realistic.
Yeah, just hyper realistic skin. But yeah, no, there is a lot of merit to webcam, and that was what I wanted to do for a very long time. But
Yeah.
I wanna
Yeah.
I wanna discover this avenue. It's new, it's weird.
Mhm.
I'm kind of digging it. I'm gonna see where it takes me.
Yeah. Do you since 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 since
Since what? Since what?
with the axe away? Ow. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna get you to a doctor. Oh shit. Shit. Don't cry. Don't cry. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. Shut up. Mom's gonna get mad at me. Mom is gonna get mad at me. Mad at me. Hey, shut up. I'll let you have. I'll let you play my Sega Genesis for a week. Okay?
Oh, real for real?
No. I was expecting you to die there, or then turn it into like a really dark story about a kid accidentally killing his brother, or then having to hide it.
But I didn't die. No, don't. All right. So I guess since we have 2 minutes left, I just want to know anything.
2 minutes?
Yeah. Anything crazy happen since MCC Rising? Any? You've done anything new and expansive?
Wait up! I didn't expect that one. Have I done anything cool and exciting?
In your opinion?
In my opinion, honestly, you want to know the highlight of the streams I do?
Yeah.
The events, the weird events. I
Like this?
when I started out, I was really bad at them. Yeah, kind of like this. Like I didn't know how to plan anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm slowly getting better. So like stuff like the Chadley Awards or
Yeah, that's a good
Groosmiths,
one.
or like I don't know, even dumb stuff to like when I used to stream Bloodborne and I like had everyone around a Thanksgiving table and I was like, it's Bloodborne Thanksgiving, and then I started crossing like the bosses' names heads off the table when they would die in game, like all that shit. I don't know. I love that. I'm getting better at it. I want to plan a lot of larger events, Alex Newcomb.
But you're also a busy person. It's hard, to make time for all that stuff.
Oh, it
For
is.
experience. But
It very much is. I don't watch TV shows very much.
I wish I could watch more. Yeah, it's time. It's hard to make time when you got a busy life. But you're a creative person. You're a storyteller. You got a personality. You got a personality. You do great things. But we have 3, 2, 1.
That. Huh? Oh. Oh. I. But, Alex. Alex Newcomb. What the hell is this? Oops. What? What is? Alex, this isn't the Ender Dragon. Is the Ender Dragon over here? Alex? Alex Newcomb? Where am I? Why does this seem so familiar? Every present moment will offer the doorway to infinite. What does that even mean? It's not as bad as the legs one, but what the barrel hop? What? What? Why am I doing parkour? You fell returning to last checkpoint. Alex! Alex, where am I? Why am I doing parkour? You... No. No, it can't be. Not again! Not again! Ah! How do I get out of here? Alex! Alex! Oh god. Oh god. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm better now. I am not the man I was 2 years ago. I am older and wiser. And I got this. I got this. I got this. It's fine. It's fine. It's easy. This is easy. Narrow ledge. Oh god. Some of these are just like... Am I even in an interview anymore? Or am I like... Am I reliving like the dark parts of my memory? Am I in some sort of coma? Alex! Double Weaver. Oh, God. It's like all that time ago. Alex, I want you to know you're a psychopath. What the hell? Is this the equivalent of sending me straight to hell? Is this not even a coma? Did I just die? Did the counter hit 0 and then an electric shock was sent like through your router straight into my brain? Am I dead? Was this all a ploy? Were you actually like the guy from Saw? I actually never actually have seen the movie Saw. Even though I referenced them a bunch, I actually have not seen those movies. I'm not too sure, actually. But, I just, you know, it seems psychotic enough. Yep. Ladder hops. Oh, God. I remember this is the first time I talked to Mako a bunch. Was on these ladder hops. Oh, God. Alex! How long does this go for? Alex! Anybody? Mako? King? Yume? I guess it's just me. Just me in the dark. Hanging out. This isn't what I expected. I'll be honest. I don't know if this is payment for my sins. I've made many sins. I realize this now. One time, I accidentally broke the blender because I left the spoon in the little thing, and I turned it on, and I blame my sister for it, and I regret it. I regret that. I would like to be forgiven for that. Another time, I I accidentally clicked a bad link on a website, and I accidentally got malware on my dad's computer. I apologize for that. That was, I don't know. It happens to everybody, right? Oh God, I remember these. Ah, shit. What? I don't know. What else have I done? I haven't. One time. Um. Oh, I know one. I accidentally stole Monster energy drinks from a gas station for years, and you might say, "Hey, what do you mean accidentally?" Well, you see, there was a Subway in the gas station, and I would grab a Monster energy drink, and then I would pay for my Subway food, and then I would sit down at one of the tables they'd have, and I would eat the sandwich and drink the beverage, and I didn't realize until like months later that they weren't actually charging me for the Monster energy drink. I had to go up to the other counter to pay for the Monster energy drink. Um, so technically, I did steal some Monster energy drinks in front of their faces and just drank it there. But I went back and I paid for at least 2 of them, even though it was like 6 times. But does that make me a bad person? I don't know. God, get me out of here! Hello? I do. Ah! Oh. Well. Oh boy. What other sins have I committed? Do I have sins? I don't know. One time I played King of the Castle. Well, actually, this may have been more than one time. I played King of the Castle, and when it came time for my audience to vote on an option, I hit the reverse vote so that the thing with the least votes passed through, and I did that without telling them and hoping they wouldn't notice, and it worked. It worked a few times. That was another sin I did. What else? Shit. Oh God. Another time. I skipped class when I was in the senior year of high school. A little more than maybe 30 times. Maybe about 30 times. I had to get all those excused somehow, and that was a miracle in itself. But I'm a good. The practicing, though not really Catholic. I went to confessionals, and I definitely didn't talk about any of this, but I'm confessing now. I'm confessing now, God. Does that count? God? God, you there? Jesus? Jesus, can you put your dad on the phone? Hello? You've done this before. Find the door. Door? The door. The door. But if I go through the door, then I'll never get to. I'll never finish this. But I could finally finish it this time. I could do it. I could finish it this time. I could. No. No, that was 2 years ago. I don't need MCC. I don't need Parkour Warrior. I'm already my own man now. Oh, come on. Ah, come on. Hey, come on. Come on. Hey, hey, come on, come on. Let me through. Come on. Hey, huh? Please. What the? Huh? Mike. Hello? Hello? I did the thing. I gave up on my dream. Can I? What happens now? Hello? Am I even going the right way? Anybody? Anyone? It's really dark. Ah! Get me out of here! I don't want to be in the dark! Ah! I, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. Please, please, somebody help me. Somebody help me, please, 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 please. I realize I've done all kinds of horrible things. I've done all kinds of horrible things. If I get out of here, God, if I get out of here, I'll promise to be nicer to my audience and appreciate them far more. Please, just, just this once, please. What do I do? What do I do? Do I keep going this way? Do I gotta beat it? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Alex! God! The Father, the Son, the Gordon Freeman, please! Well, there's gotta be something out here, right? Right? Fuck! Ah! Oh, God. Even in the darkest moments, we must tread forward. That's a clue. That's a clue. That's a clue. That's a clue. Maybe I went off track. Maybe I had just straight. Maybe if I just had straight. Okay, let's look right here. Okay, and I just go, and then I just go. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me look. Okay, I just gotta follow the blue. All right, let's go. Let's go. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm still on track. Please, I hope this means what I think it means. I would like this to mean what I think it means. I'm losing my mind again. I don't know what to do in the dark. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please. There's gotta be something over this way. Please. Please, there's gotta be something out here. Something other than the dark. I can't live in parkour warrior hell. I gotta move on. What do I do? Okay, let's not hop. Let's just run. We're just running. Running along. Straight forward. Straight forward. Straight forward. Is there a door? Is there an air fried lasagna? Is there mango on a stick with like lime and chili powder? Oh, that sounds really good right now. What have I done to deserve this, Alex? How long were you planning this? Or maybe I really am dead. Maybe you really are Jigsaw. I always had a feeling. I knew you were crazy. I just didn't know you were like, like oh, ha, ha. The stairs from Super Mario 64? Should I backwards long jump? Wahoo! 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 This is no time for jokes. I might be in hell. You know, if I'm in hell, I don't exactly know. Maybe Satan was a Sega fan. I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't find that one funny. Boy, these stairs are long, though. Jesus. Oh, God, it's a good thing this is Minecraft. My legs would be exhausted. But is this also a fruitless effort? Is there really anything at the top? What the? Huh. Hello? Satan? Alex? Maybe both? This way? Ow. What's, the hell's going on? Hello? Wait a second. Wait a second. This is... This is the tower. I... I think I know what I have to do. Is this what I have to do? A leap of faith. Requires long legs. I think I finally get it now. It never made any sense whatsoever. It was bullshit. This is a bullshit quote. It was a bullshit quote. I'm not gonna kill myself. Wait, hold on. I think I saw something. Yep. Ha. Hop. Yep. Oh. What the hell? God, it's I hate this. I hate this sign. Goodbye, sign. Huh? 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 What the? Do I have long legs now? Was it literal? Was it metaphorical? I don't understand! Get me out of here! All I see is dark! Oh god! This isn't what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for purgatory. Bedrock, darkness, purgatory. I don't understand. What the? I see. Then I will be the master of the long legs this time. Alright! Where am I? I'm back here. I hate this sign. 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 Well,
Yeah,
Alex!
Okay, ready to fight the Ender Dragon?
What the fuck was that?
What? Are my interviewing skills bad? I'm sorry.
No, what was the purgatory? What was the parkour and the darkness and I
What are you going on about?
put the into I You know, let's just go. You know, you're right. Let's go fight us an Ender Dragon. Why don't we, Alex Newcomb?
I mean, our 90 minutes is up. We prepped for the Ender Dragon fight. And there we are. I think it's time to do it. I don't know what you're going about by parkour. That's 2 years ago, dude. Move on.
Yeah, move on. Yeah.
Are you poisoned?
I don't have a lot of food on me. I ate rotten flesh.
Yeah, I got some pork
No.
chops.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Alex Newcomb.
Yeah?
You're a psychopath.
Oh, did I ask too personal of questions? I'm sorry.
No,
You could just...
I mean that positive. I mean that. You're a good lad. You're a good lad. Let's go fight an Ender Dragon. Let's go.
What's going on with you?
Don't worry about it.
90 minutes is up, and all of a sudden, I'm a psychopath.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Yeah, you know, it's like a pen. Clearly, I kept asking too many questions, kept building up, and clearly, it's exploding now.
Maybe I just, maybe it's just a little too. Maybe it's just a little, Hey, I was just. Yeah. Maybe I need a little. Maybe I need to get some exercise going. Yeah, that's all. It was all a dream. All a dream. Yeah.
Remember that siren said, like, long legs, leap of faith? Yeah, want to make it a little jump, you know? Oh, I'm just making a reference, like the sign that the map creator posted that I stole off.
Oh, yeah, the map creator. Yeah, the post. Yep, long legs, Alex Newcomb. Yep, big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan. Anyway, let's go kill ourselves a Ender Dragon.
There it is.
Yeah, look, there it is.
Yeah. Conveniently, I made it so, I want us to win, so I got myself a nice bow. I think it's the only thing in the chest that was, like, up there. So we got that going.
Yeah, I got myself a nice bow, too.
Oh, that's cool. I remember you said that's all you needed, like a bow and arrow. I'm glad you got that going for you.
Yeah, that's all I needed. All I needed.
Yeah, we got the towers here.
No, yeah, let's go take care of the...
Alright, I got 2 down.
Okay. I think... Alex Newcomb, I may be traumatized.
I didn't mean to, like... I saw. I went through your Twitter. I don't know what I'm.
Oh no. The interview was wonderful. It was everything that happened after the interview.
The 2-second teleportation.
It's longer than you think, Alex Newcomb.
Being attacked.
It's infinity in there.
I think that's a skill issue. And should we even call this Ender Dragon? It's just like a mama protecting her babies at the end of the day.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you set the rules here. You were the one who said we had to kill it. So you know, if you had any like moral objections, you probably should have thought about that before you made Yeah,
I just hadn't sure you brought up a good point. It's like maybe we shouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever machine you're using to teleport, maybe you shouldn't use that thing anymore. Maybe it's a bad idea.
It's working fine for me, but I guess, do you really want to go by foot? It's much easier to just instantly go somewhere.
No, just it's just I think it needs to go back to the planning stages on that one.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think I'm going to listen to you. I have to disagree. You're not making any sense. Why does it have to go to the planning piece? Why does it have to go to the planning stages?
Look, what if something happens mid teleportation that causes massive, and you're dead. Massive. Ah! Oh shit. Ow.
You good?
I'm back. I don't need it.
It's really. What'd you do? It's like thundering out and everything.
What did I do? I'm telling you, something's wrong with your teleporter. I don't know.
Do you have any lapis?
No.
Okay. Well. Hey, we took away the NES. There we go.
Fine, I'll put it back.
That wasn't even mine. I downloaded it from the map creator.
I know you did. Why is this made out of a different? What is?
What?
Something happened. Why is everything so different? Where did you go? Down here? What? Up?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it opened up. Oh, I think your game's bugging out. You might have to reconnect.
Yeah, let me reconnect real quick. Let me do that. What the hell? What the hell? Yeah, it looks normal. Looks normal.
Is trauma you want to talk about or anything like that?
Just no. I'm over it. I'm over it. Let's go kill us another dragon. Yeah, let's go.
See you later.
Let's go, buddy. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, see, no, this is normal. This is fine.
Yeah.
This is an Ender Dragon. I'm a professional Minecrafter. I play Minecraft.
You are. We can do this. We got this.
We got this.
This blocky situation, it's almost... Fuck! It's almost over.
Blocky situation.
What a situation spin, right? I think... honestly, I really enjoyed my time here. It's, the 90 minutes is a good time. I feel like I got to learn a lot about you, and, I think it was a good time.
Yeah, no, I mean, as you probably saw, I like talking about, me and things,
Yeah.
and sometimes I like, I have a lot of fun just reliving, oh god, horrible experiences in my head over and over in the dark.
Yeah. That's not a good headspace to be in.
No, just a funny joke that this celebrity Minecrafters all tell each other. Yeah, that's all it is.
I mean, I wouldn't say celebrity. I think it's a bit far. You think?
Okay, I'm at least like a quadruple Z celebrity. If we had to be specific about it.
I think it's all of them.
Yep.
Wait, stay there.
Ah!
I got you.
How did you get? Are you proud of yourself?
I am.
You're proud of yourself for making that shot, Alex Newcomb?
I am. That was the first try right there.
I'm super proud of you, and you fell to your death. There you go.
Well, I need to get down somehow.
I guess that's fair. Well, come on, Alex Newcomb, we gotta go to war and stop looking at the Enderman. They get shy.
And we're gonna kill her. We're gonna kill the Ender Dragon now.
We're gonna kill the Ender Dragon.
Kill the Ender Dragon.
You know, if we were one of them speed runners, we'd have like a bunch of them. What you call it? Them beds. We'd use a bed, and somehow you can explode the dragon like 1 billion times over, something like that. I don't quite understand it myself.
I didn't get enough wool for one of them beds. I'm sorry about that.
I ain't know nothing about no beds. I don't quite know. I prefer fighting this dragon the old-fashioned way.
God damn, our aim really sucks, doesn't it?
That it really does. Also, for some reason, an Enderman is aggroed on the dragon. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't know that could happen.
Can this Ender Dragon father fucker come down?
Mother and father fucker. Wow, that's an impressive line of insults, Alex Newcomb. He's in the walls! Is he coming down yet? No?
She's taking her time.
Is she? Yeah, I guess she just loves flying. Get down here!
Man, these bows are really coming in handy, aren't they?
Yeah, it really helps us out of a blocky situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little blocky situation, all right? A little blocky.
My line. Asshole.
I'm taking it. I'm taking your line. I'm using that line. You got to share the line. You know, you ever watch one of those Marvel movies where like someone else says the catchphrase and it's like a really cool moment? That would have been it there. You know, if you didn't get. Well, hello. That thing flew right over my head.
I don't care.
You don't care. You don't care that it almost took my head off, Alex. Looks like you could have cared. You should have cared there, Alex Newcomb. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, hi. Welcome. You're new here. Welcome.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, welcome to the very normal end to this incredibly, super relaxed, normal interview I just had. It was the most...
Yeah, I think let's chill. We gotta just, talk. We're just gonna, hang out, talk about stuff.
This has been the very definition of chill vibes. You are absolutely the chill vibe streamer.
That's what I type of think. And I got this new camera recently. Quality is superb. I think I'm really taking my my content places.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Great. Chill. I'm going to kill this thing. Ah!
Oh, bye.
I'll get one last hit. I kind of did. I'm coming back. Just keep it there.
Coming back.
I'm on my way.
Can you hurry up?
Oh, can I hurry up? Yep. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Got it. You suck. You're not even. I've been playing Minecraft all my life. Ow! Fuck! Oh, I got you.
I swear to God. No, it was the Enderman. It doesn't count. It doesn't count, Alex Newcomb. Get over here. The Ender Dragon is going to be the least of your worries now. Let me tell you. All right, is that how you want to play? All right, cool. Come on. This is Minecraft you're playing here. Come on, you get a Fortnite.
I have endured months of being a dipshit in your chat just for this moment. Don't ruin it for me.
Right here.
Ow.
I'll ruin it.
I'm sorry.
I'll ruin it. Yeah, you better. Know your place.
Took it a step too far.
Oh, I took it. Did I take it a block too far, Alex Newcomb? Was this situation a little too blocky for you?
That was really good, actually.
Thank you. I actually, I was like smiling to myself before I said it. I was like, that would be pretty good if I said that right there. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. All right, let's take care of this dragon.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I won't shoot you this time. I think we made truces, You
said, yeah. I think we all got it out of our system.
Yeah. That masculinity really came into play there.
Yeah, it's just all that testosterone just came out in full force. You know how it is. Just being right? Like super manly. Like me.
What's that?
Hold on. I got it.
I'm holding.
I got it.
I'm holding.
I got it.
Holding. Holding.
Got it.
Holding.
Gently hold. Hold
Holding.
on. My mouse is
Chat.
losing its
Just
tracking.
chat.
Oh, that's
Ow.
Chadley.
You shot me. You shot me.
What? I didn't shoot you.
You shot me. Look
I
at my fire.
shot the dragon. I don't know why you're on fire.
Wow, I did it.
You really did, Alex Newcomb. You really did it.
All right, we got to go into the portal. You want to take the first step?
I don't know how I feel about portals, Alex Newcomb.
I think you should go for it.
Yeah, I don't think I want to hop in there. Yeah, I think maybe you should go first.
I should go first.
Yeah, I just, I think you should go first. I think you should go first. Come on! It's it's just the credits. Yeah,
Just the credits.
yeah, just the credits. With that,
So overall, thoughts on this iteration of a Blocky situation?
Alex Newcomb.
Yep.
When I woke up today, I didn't think I would change so much in a single day.
That's what I'm here for. And now,
We truly are the Blocky situation.
this is truly a QB situation.
Let's collab more often.
You want? I'll be real about the since it's over now. I really want to talk about the
Yes, please.
the darkness.
What the hell? What's happening?
Well, I don't know. I had like the trippiness of myhouse.wad in my mind when kind of making that. I got like vibes. I don't know. This is my thing. I wanted when you were teleported to when the game ended, I want you to be teleported to an iteration of something from MCC. I was thinking of just doing the lobby or something, but I didn't. I don't have the skills to copy or create something. So I found that map online, which is like a copy, basically, of the parkour training.
Yeah.
I was like, how do I make it spooky? Because I also wanted like kind of like, I don't know. I got it. When I downloaded the map, there were no visuals or any decoration. It's just the parkour. So,
God.
add the darkness effect. And there's my thing was, I don't know. I'm gonna let you interpret the meaning of everything. It's kind of open for interpretation. Technically wise, the whole reason I have the tech stuff we set up beforehand was for that to work seamlessly with the stream.
Really?
Because wow. I can't be in that server with you for the parkour to work. The parkour will just the command blocks and everything will break if there are more than one person doing it.
Wow. I believed you. You're like, oh, I just threw this together real quick. You know how it is. No, you had a lot in mind. I was not expecting any of this. I was expecting some fuckery. I was not expecting this.
Alex, you're gonna expect something, you know.
I expect something, but the 90 minutes were going by, and I was like, this is fairly normal.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet you that you want to know what I thought it was? I thought that the Ender Dragon was gonna be something weird. I was gonna be like, I don't know.
It's a flying penis.
Yeah, it's just a flying penis. You're like, oh, Alex Newcomb, let's shoot at this flying penis together, and we'd all laugh and have a hearty chuckle. No, instead, I ended up confronting demons of my past in the dark, and also confessing random sins.
That was good. That was good. So I didn't plan on typing in the server chat, There were
Mhm.
actually signs saying everything I said, but you didn't. You missed them all.
Did I miss all of them? I
You
thought
you
I.
you missed some important ones. You just
Okay.
there. One of them was like right in front of you, and you just walked right past it. You were in a flow of parkour, and I'm like, oh damn, I have to say something now. I sent you a DM at first. I was like, oh, they're probably they have streamer mode enabled. They're not gonna see that. They're in the moment. So I was like, shit. I can't join the server. Oh, I have the console.
I had no idea I missed some signs. That explains a few things. And I just
It
started
would have been.
walking in the dark.
My plan was actually if you like ignored all my hints, I would have just, I would have actually given you like the bad ending.
You would have actually given the bet.
Like you
What
make
would
it to the
that?
end, I would have like popped in the call and be like, yo, I gotta go.
Just end it there.
I
Bad
don't even.
ending.
I don't know. I would have. I don't know. I really have a plan. I was gonna improv it, but you figured it out. Also, I made so I a bunch of stuff went into this, but the line, like the walkway to get to the bedrock,
Mhm.
was twice as long as I wanted it to be.
I did end up walking for a long time, and I think I may have
Yeah.
walked off whatever platform it was
Well, there's a
at one
one
point.
block high wall on either side. So if you're just walking, you're not going to be able or running, you're not going to be able to fall off.
Oh, but because I'm a
You were
jumpy idiot.
humping, you jumped off. And originally there was no wall, but then I tested it and I was like, holy shit, I can't even do this.
Mm.
It was a Dark Souls reference.
It always is. It always is. I want you to know when I call you a psychopath, I mean that incredibly positively.
You mean that in a very sincere and positive way?
Yes.
I appreciate that. I don't know. I have fun. I was like,
That was a lot of fun.